Greetings everybody, my name is Tommy the Keyblade Master and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be taking a quick look at the most useless accessory Nintendo has ever made. You see this right here? It's called the Wii Zapper. It's a plastic piece of crap that you're supposed to hook the Wii remote and nunchuck into, and it's supposed to help you aim better. Actually what it is, it's cumbersome, heavy, and it doesn't really work all that well. I'll show you in a minute what it looks like when it's hooked up properly, quote unquote, and why it doesn't work. In the meantime, though, I'm going to be taking a look at why I thought this was a really great Christmas present when I got it, because it came bundled in with this little gem. Link's crossbow training. Basically using assets from The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, what we got here is a really great casual party game in the vein of a light gun game. So let's give this game a quick look-see and see if it's any good. But first, let's check out the Wii Zapper. This, my friends, is what it looks like when it's all hooked up. You put the Wii remote without its little protective shell into the case right there, and it does fit snugly. To be fair, that part does work. My problem comes with this nunchuck accessory. Not only does holding this make it so difficult to both fire and hold the nunchuck controller, but the nunchuck controller never really fits in all that well. See how loose it is? You know, it makes picking it up and trying to use the nunchuck, it always seems to fall off on me. Hence why I don't use it. Like I said, this is a plastic piece of crap. So let's take out that special edition Zelda controller and just, goodbye. Wii Zapper, you were a piece of crap and I don't need you anymore. Let's move on to Link's crossbow training, the part of the package that is worth playing. Alright, back into my animated form here. Now, if you're wondering what type of game Link's crossbow training is, it is not an official Legend of Zelda game, nor is it a hardcore adventure game. If you're looking for that type of experience, go seek out Twilight Princess. If you're looking, however, for something more along the line of Wii Sports, a casual party game or a game that you can use to blow off steam for a few minutes, then Link's crossbow training's pretty good. Like I said, it's Wii Sports, but with guns or crossbows. But if you go in with that mindset that you're in for a casual experience and that you're only going to be playing this for about 10 or 15 minutes, you're going to be really enjoying yourself. Especially if you have friends to kind of laugh at you for making your mistakes. And so let's take a look at Link's Crossbow's training's features. There are no story. Like I said, it's a casual game. However, there is progress. You progress through the game by earning medals, by getting certain scores in each of these games. And you do that by hitting the targets. Graphically, again, it's using the exact same assets as Twilight Princess. You'll recognize all this areas, from the Kokiri town to the Gerudo Desert to the field, and even, yes, the Lost Woods where you have to fight off spiders. It's all recognizable from Twilight Princess. So graphically, it's pretty much the same. When it comes to the music in this game, if you played Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, you've heard the music in this game before. It's the exact same stuff from Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Not that it's bad. The music in Twilight Princess did have a big epic feel, and it fits okay in Link's crossbow training. It's just a shame that there's not much new here to hear other than the sound effects of the crossbow going off. Alright, let's start talking about my favorite aspect of this game, which is the gameplay. Yeah, you noticed how I kind of skipped over the graphics and sound since they were used in another game, and I'll geek out on that game at a later time, but for right now, let's look at the core elements of Link's crossbow training. Like I said, it's a casual game. You got either one of two gameplay options. You can either just pick one single stage and play through it and try to get a high score, or you can pick a world with 3 stages and try to earn a medal by getting a combined score that's high enough to earn said medal. You have to get a bronze medal in order to open up new areas and new stages to play, so playing these 3 courses are mandatory. But for the most part, they're pretty fun. And what I like about this game is, despite the fact that it uses previous assets it does a good job of mixing up the gameplay. There isn't just one or two types of gameplay here, there's several. The first one are kind of these target practice modes that begin every set of 3. You're going to be in an area, either a village or a waterfall area, and you're going to be shooting targets that pop up. The more targets you shoot in a row, the higher the multiplayer, the higher the score, and the better you'll do. There are golden targets that pop up occasionally that you need to shoot to score even higher points to move on. And some of these stages can be creative, like, for example, one of them has you shooting the targets off Goron's bellies. The other one might have you trying to do it on Epona. That's a very late in the game stage, and it's very hard to shoot some of these targets because Epona moves along at a fairly good speed. The next type of level that you might encounter are ones where you're going to be standing alone in a circle and you have to shoot enemies before they get to you. If enemies get to you, they'll start reducing your score. You might want to be on the lookout because some enemies glow green, and when you do, Link's crossbow all of a sudden becomes a machine gun. Don't ask me how that works, it just does, but it's always fun gunning down a whole bunch of bats or skeletons with an Uzi. Yeah, that's always fun. And finally, there is a mode that allows you to just roam around an area shooting bad guys. It can be like the Temple of Time area, or it can be in a forest, or even just an enemy camp, and you have to shoot as many bad guys as you can. If you manage to clear the whole area out of the big bad guys, you'll get a multiplayer based on the amount of time left, and that's really fun to increase your score. Again, some of these stages can be really creative. One of my favorite stages just happens to be outside Hyrule Castle Town's bridge, where you get to shoot fruit balloons that appear in the sky. We've all heard of Fruit Ninja. I guess this is Fruit Sniper, but it's kind of fun just to blast away these fruit into smaller and smaller pieces and just see the multiplayer go up, especially when you hit that flying meteor that flies by. I just love the stage. It's so much fun, as is the stage that takes you inside the Ice Temple, Twilight Princess, which is kind of this huge mansion to shoot these guys with the spears that can block your shot if you don't shoot them right. Overall, it's a really fun experience. It's even funner in multiplayer, where you try to compete against each other for scores. So if you're looking for a good, casual, but cheap shooter, Link's Crossbow Training is a good game. Without the Wii Zapper, which is not needed for this game, in fact, it gets in the way of your enjoyment, this game can be picked up for around $3 or $4 off of eBay, and I highly recommend that you do so. If Nintendo puts it on the eShop, I recommend it for about $5 to $8. Nintendo, I would not try to charge a full $20 for this game. This game was $20 when it came out new, retail, packaged in with a piece of crap zapper. I would not recommend people pay $20 for a downloadable version unless Nintendo made it in high definition and added a lot more areas to the game, like maybe areas from Wind Waker or Skyward Sword in. That could be interesting. But if it was just a straight port, I would not recommend Nintendo charge more than $5 to $8 for it myself. And for you fools who complained about the fact that they did not package in Duck Hunt with this game, I got a question for you. Would you rather just shoot at 2 ducks and a laughing dog that you wish you could shoot? Or would you rather have this scene where you're shooting at a whole bunch of giant dinosaur-like creatures that are trying to blast you off a bridge and you got a whole bunch of things to shoot at quickly? Personally, I'd pick the latter over the dog. Duck Hunt had its charm. Duck Hunt was fun back in the day, but Duck Hunt hasn't aged well. I think Link's Crossbow Training will age a lot better than Duck Hunt, but that's just my personal opinion. If I had to give Duck Hunt a score, I'd probably give it around a 3.8 out of 5 would be my guess, and I would recommend it to people who are looking for a fun, casual game to play, maybe with people who aren't necessarily gamers at summer party, or just looking for something to quickly blow off some steam and aren't looking to blow a lot of money on said game. This game is definitely worth about $4 or $5, and it's a really good time if you can get it at a good price. Anyways, that's it for today, folks. This is Tommy the Keyblade Master signing out, and if you want to check out my review on the Duck Hunt Virtual Console version, feel free to click the thumbnail.